So the start of it, I'm just melting some olive oil, butter, right in there. And then once I put in the little shallots and garlic and brown those, I will add the wine. It should only take a few minutes. So everything's kind of grooving in here. I got to cut up shallots and garlic, a bit of butter. Shouldn't take really that long. You don't want to burn it, so we're going to add the wine pretty shortly after. Like maybe this takes a minute, maybe less. Turn it down after the wine. Maybe you want to bring it to a boil to get the wine and all this good stuff mixed in. I even added some really great, this is what I got at Publix, cool blends. It was for the bread dip, but I'm using it all around. Sicily blend. We got a Tuscany blend. We got a Parmesan flavor blend. And we got a garlic rosemary blend. I put a little bit of everything in here. And look at that. We're looking pretty good. And then I added a little bit of Italian Pinot Grigio. Probably the best thing to do, some drunken mussels to add to the broth. With that, and when the mussels start opening up, they will make that give off their liquor. Then it will be a great blend of all kinds of really good stuff. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Okay, we boiled that for a bit. Now we'll add our clean, rinsed, and bearded mussels to the mix. I just have a dozen right here because it's going to be just a little personal portion right here. Actually, you could do this will accommodate a couple dozen and feed however many people you want. Place a tight lid on there on the stock pot. You want a nice tight fitting one so that they can steam. And when you see through the steam, when they start opening up, basically it'll be done. It'll only take a minute or two. Wait until all of them are open. If some are not open, that means they're bad, and you discard them. That's why you always get extra. There's some that just might not be or whatever, but they're all looking good. They were closed, which is a good sign. They were living, breathing. And, tap them. If they close, that means they're living. But otherwise, we're going to open them up right now. And like I said, the ones that don't open, get rid of. A lot of them are already open. I see one that's a little closed. I'm going to give it a little more time. If it doesn't, I will discard it. Also, I forgot, if you got fresh parsley, that's great. I did not. I added some dried. But with this boiling water, it'll bring it back to life and add what you need for a nice garnish and a little subtle flavor afterwards. I brushed some really good bread. Crusty Italian, let me see what it is here. Exactly. It is Publix Tutto Pugliese bread. Topped it with a little tapenade like marinade with butter, olive oil, and all those good spices I said that I got, that spice mix. I'm going to put it in the toaster oven. Pick them out. Looks like about a dozen. Did very well. All opened up, and we're not going to dismiss that beautiful broth and liquor of the that I made while cooking. Well, I can't hold this phone and do it at the same time. I'll show you the end. There you go. Now it's swimming in that really good stuff. That's something to dip your bread into, crunchy bread. Take it out, those little morsels out with a nice little fork, and that's a delicacy. So that's a dozen right there. Oh my God, it was like $4.69 a pound. So a dozen was about a half a pound. So I made this meal for about like under $5. So there you go, with stuff that I had on hand, of course, and there you go. I'll show you the crunchy bread once it's toasted. There you go, with toasted artisan bread that was broiled under, with, like I said, that nice little tapenade of olive oil, butter, and all kinds of great seasonings to dip and dunk in there. Probably the only thing that would be better on seasoning it, finishing it off, would be some fresh parsley, although I had a little bit of shaved Parmesan I did. And show you a picture later with a glass of Pinot Grigio that we ended up steaming the clams with. It's in my lap while I'm watching some TV with a glass of Pinot Grigio. Like I said, the same stuff these mussels were steamed in, with the addition of, like I said, some garlic, shallots, and herbs and spices. So there you go. Bon appetito, or whatever they would say in France.